Hello and welcome to Maracuya. I made it to the beach. Today is January 19th, 2025, which is the 120th birthday of Neville Goddard. So happy birthday, Neville. Yes, I'm so glad you were born and brought so many amazing lessons and enjoyed sharing them so much. So I discovered Neville kind of through a random series of events. Basically, yeah, just law of attraction, rabbit hole, different spiritual teachers. The Feeling is the Secret was one of his books. It's not a very long read, but it's a very good one. And what Neville does is he will look at Bible quotes and break them down, basically explaining that we're all God and our imagination is God, and that we were all born not knowing we were God. Or maybe we were born knowing, but we forget as we become adults or as we stop being as playful, imaginative children. We forget that we're God. And the resurrection is us remembering that we are able to make things happen with the power of our minds. And he talks about programming our subconscious as we fall off to sleep. We can sit in the feeling of, what if I was already the person who had everything I dreamed of? What if this thing that feels far off, what if rather than daydreaming about it, I actually lived in the experience of it? And what does that feel like? What does that taste, smell, touch? And feeling it as you fall asleep. And then waking up in the morning in a state of gratitude, in a state of just bask when you wake up, when you first thing, before you start running on that treadmill of things to do and things to worry about, just take a moment to embrace the fact that you're alive and another day begins. So one of the doorways to the subconscious, where 2/3 of your life you'll be awake and it will play out, that third of your life you're asleep, that's when says something in the Bible like God seals the instructions in the ears of man while he sleeps. Man, they, them, woman, whatever. We just deal with the language of the oldie time speak. But yeah, as you sleep, you can program what you want to make happen. And another way to program is through prayer or through visualization or through putting your body into a calm state, meditation, or be going on a run. You could be taking a walk on the beach, feeling your toes in the sand, and feel it. And in a state of prayer, not saying, oh, I hope this external thing will bring this thing to me that I don't have. Instead, pray from a gratitude that it is already on its way and it's already done. Experiencing gratitude for what you don't yet have, but have faith that it's coming. He talks about planting the seed, where for a horse it's 9 months or a year that it carries the young. For humans it's 9 months. For whales it's like 3 years. For a dog it's like a couple weeks that you plant the seed and then you're pregnant and you trust that it's coming. And then when the time is right, it will show up if you plant the seed. So it's not your job to plant the seed and then be like digging at the dirt. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Is it going to happen? No, that's doubt. That's increasing resistance. Trust that it's done. Plant the seed. Plant it by visualizing in your mind before you fall asleep. Plant it with gratitude journaling, with prayer from it's already been answered. It's already on its way. I'm so glad now that. I'm so grateful now that. And that feeling, the great thing about, even if this is all bullshit and nothing comes of it, the feeling, you get to enjoy it in the now, in the now. So you might even enjoy the journey. You might enjoy your life. Something I've been doing forever. When I first see the star, you wish upon the first star you see at night. So I've been wishing for a #1 hit record. And I had a shift just the other night where I saw it and I said, I know the #1 is already done, but thank you for this joyful path of discovery, this adventure on my way to the #1 that I get to experience now. Thank you for that adventure. Knowing that it's already going to get there. It's like going on vacation. Sometimes looking forward to the vacation is as good as the trip. It's like that anticipation. You're excited, you're feeling it. And then sometimes you get to Disney World and you're like, these lines are long and I thought it was going to be more fun than this. So the destination really isn't that important. I also think it's interesting that the sun is shining and the skies are starting to be blue, because I was sitting here meditating earlier and the whole thing was foggy. And I thought it would be really nice to have blue skies here, but there's a certain beauty in it. And I'm happy to be here at the beach anyway. And a few minutes later, it was a blue skies. How's that for instant manifestation? Didn't matter. Doesn't really matter. I let it go. I wasn't pissed about it. I went to another beach earlier and it was so foggy. I said, I'm going to try up the coast. And then there was a bunch of traffic. And I said, I don't feel like sitting in this traffic. I feel like getting off. I'll park here. It was still foggy. I had faith. It doesn't matter. But sometimes it's easy to manifest the things that don't matter. It's the things that you want so badly that you feel like you're not going to get. That it's that suffering, it's that clinging, it's that searching. And wow, Neville Goddard, thank you for being born 120 years ago. 1 + 2 = 3. 3, triangle, most powerful shape. 3, a magic number of creation. If you think about Tesla's 369. Wow. I don't know, it's cool. I just had this impulse. I really wanted to put my feet in the sand. I had this impulse. I really wanted to go see the ocean. I live in LA. I'm on the east side. It takes over an hour to get to the coast, and I hadn't been to the coast in months. And I'm so glad I'm here now. And I love that it's Neville's birthday. I didn't know. So, feels like a gift. Just trusting it's all going to work out. And I was thinking about separateness and eternity. Stick with me here. So here's sand. And I can count the individual grains of sand, like on my fingertip. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in my hand, that's a lot longer of counting. I'm not going to bother. And then you look down on the beach. How many grains of sand are there? It's eternity. It's infinity. This is just one beach. And you exist. That's pretty fucking crazy. You can not believe in anything, but you are existing. You can count the individual waves. Yeah, they're individual. Okay, there's one that's washing up right now. 1. Is another one going to come? I'm nervous. Oh, wait, there's another one too. But obviously, that ocean is huge. It's eternal. There's always another wave. So you can exist simultaneously as the individual having this lived experience and the eternal, the forever. The vastness of it makes me feel really happy, really blessed. And I may not know when all my good stuff is going to grow out of the dirt, but I've been planting seeds. I've been reading Neville Goddard. I've been listening to Neville Goddard. He's got a great speaking voice. He's got this really cool, sort of old-timey, they call it transatlantic accent, where it's like almost British and it's almost like very proper, prim and proper, like that was back in the day. And he's from Barbados, so he has kind of an island twang. And apparently when he was young, he was like 17 and he moved to New York. He wanted to become a dancer and an actor, and he did. But in his first class, the teacher stood him up and said, "Look at this guy. His voice is so terrible," which some of that was like racist stuff from the 1920s where, you know, island people were darker skinned or they were looked down on because they weren't land Americans. So he's from the islands, he has this accent, and she stood him up and said, "Look, this person will never be a public speaker." And now Neville Goddard is heard by millions of people, and they even have AI recreating his voice. So in a way, he lives forever. And I'm chatting about him right now. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. So anyway, I'm not going to edit this. We're almost at 111. Love and light. Thanks for watching.